In the opulence of the Jog, in the swirl of the river Tunga, in the o'erlaced zeniths of Sahyadris, in the sandal and teak trees of your evergreen forests. This is an eternal celebration, O motherland. It's your eternal celebration. Kannada poet Nisar Ahmad very beautifully describes the beauty of his motherland Karnataka. It was on this day in 1956 that the erstwhile Mysore state came into being. It was only in 1973 that the name Karnataka was given to it. November 1st is the Karnataka Rajyotsava, or as we say, Kannada Rajyotsava, which is a celebration of the festival of Karnataka or Kannada. How did this state come into being? Did the unification demand start after independence or way before that? What led to the amalgamation of the Kannada ethos into a land called Karnataka? Let's analyze the geopolitical, historical and social underpinnings of what went into making this land. It would be a humble request from NewsHamster to all those who are new to Karnataka or are not from Karnataka to watch this entire video to know about the land that they live in and how it came into being. Stay tuned with us until the video ends. The idea of a Kannada state or the Kannada ethos can be traced back to the ancient period when Kannada kingdoms like the Gangas, the Chalukyas, the Kadambas and the Rashtrakutas traced their origin to this region and aided the development of the local language. In the medieval times, the growth of the region can be attributed to the Vijayanagara and the Bahmani Sultans. The former feudatories or the vassals of Vijayanagara kingdom, the Wadayars, played a crucial role for the region since 1399 when the Wadayar dynasty was formed by Yaduraya Wadayar, or to 1612 when the foundation of the modern Mysore state or Mysore kingdom was laid by Raja Wadayar. Kings like Hyder Ali, Tipu Sultan, the successors of the Wadayars, contributed sufficiently to the development of the region and development of the language. As the British got an upper hand over the Mysore kingdom after the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War in 1799, the British records show that the 6 Kannada-speaking regions of the Deccan were classified as Bombay Karnataka, which was a part of the Bombay Presidency, the Hyderabad Karnataka, which is a part of the Nizam's territories of the Nizam's Hyderabad, Madras Karnataka, which was a part of the Madras Presidency, the region of Coorg, the Mysore state itself, and the miscellaneous princely states like that of Mudhol, Jamakhandi and Savanur. Nearly 2/3 of what is today's Karnataka fell outside the bounds of the kingdom of Mysore. British officers began setting up schools in the British India and those territories which fell in the Bombay Presidency or the Maratha kingdom. They believed that these schools will naturally lean towards Marathi as the medium of instruction, only to find to their surprise that in certain districts like Dharwad, Belgaum and Bijapur, it was not Marathi but Kannada that was the lingua franca. Dharwad became a center of some sort of a linguistic rebellion with the founding of the Karnataka Vidya Vardhaka Sangha by eminent educationist R.H. Deshpande in 1890. He was supported by renowned writer, journalist and historian Alur Venkatrao, who is also fondly called as Kannada Kula Purohit. With Karnataka Vidyavardhaka Sangha, there emerged organizations like the Kannada Sahitya Parishat in Bengaluru, Karnataka Sangha in Shivamogga and Karnataka Samiti in Kasargod. With these organizations emerged leaders like Siddhappa Kambli, Kengal Hanumantaya, Goru Ramaswamy Iyengar, S. Nijlingappa H.C. Dasappa, among others. From writers to journalists, the demand touched upon the political leaders and of course the common folks that a unified Karnataka has to be formed. The political leaders were able to reach this message to the Indian National Congress in the year 1923. So to understand this scenario, the next session of the Indian National Congress was held in Belgaum in Karnataka, which was the first ever session where Gandhi becomes the president of the Congress. To press forward this demand, the leaders of the day sang this song in the session. In the same venue, the Karnataka Unification Conference was held. Here emerged the Karnataka Ekikarana Sabha, which later became the famous Karnataka Ekikarana Sangha. As India got its independence, the demand for the states to be built based on their language started. This demand echoed massively in the region of Karnataka, with many stalwart leaders asking that Kannada-speaking regions be unified or demarcated. In 1947, Karnataka Ekikarana Mahasamiti came to be constituted with people like S. Nijlingappa, A.G. Dodmeti and Srinivas Rao as its members. We cannot discard the contribution of A.G. Dodmeti, who spearheaded this cause strongly. He was a crucial member of the ruling Congress party in Mysore under the leadership of K.C. Reddy. Dodmeti resigned from Congress and there was a re-election held for which he contested on the side of the rebels or the members of the Karnataka unification and won with a sliding majority. In 1951, the Congress announced its election manifesto which contained assurances regarding the creation of a linguistic province. In fact, the party considered this as an urgent political need. Hence, the problem once again came to occupy the center stage. There were hunger strikes and so much chaos, yet a solution was not reached. Situation in different places reached violence where leaders were attacked, cars were burnt, and lathi charge open fire was a common thing. Yet, the demand for Karnataka remained strong. Government arrested many people due to violent activities, and one man stood for them legally and represented each of them in the courts of law. It was S.R. Bommai, the father of our current Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, who was a legal luminary from Karnataka and one of the key leaders of the Karnataka politics. Mr. Bommai was successful in getting them out of jails as well. It was now that leaders like S. Nijlingappa jumped into the movement. It was a shock when the then CM Kengal Hanumantayya expressed his inclination towards the movement and said in the assembly that the unification was necessary. The political condition was such that Kengal Hanumantayya was told if that there will be a unification, the region of North Karnataka will hold more prominence and Kengal Hanumantayya will lose his chair as a chief minister. But he said for him the demand of the people mattered, not the chair. It was in 1953 that Andhra Pradesh came to be formed with the protests of Potti Sriramulu, the hunger strike, and Bellary as a region acceded to Karnataka, which was a major victory for the unification movement and the state. In 1953, the Akhanda Karnataka Rajya Nirmana Parishad came to be constituted. Leaders like K.R. Karanth, J. Hegde, Channappa Valli, and others spearheaded this movement. The demand for a separate state became more stronger and louder than ever. In 1953 December, the centre appointed a high-powered committee called the States Reorganization Committee with members like Fazal Ali, K.M. Panikkar, H.N. Kunzru to suggest state boundaries and create states based on languages. Many in Mysore state raised their apprehensions about their state merging with the backward northern states, fearing it will set them back. Eventually, the report of the commission recommended the unification of all Kannada-speaking regions. Accordingly, the new state of Mysore came into being on November 1st, 1956, much to the desire of the Kannadigas. After 17 years, the state was renamed as Karnataka on November 1st, 1973 under the leadership of Chief Minister D. Devaraj Aras. While the former Chief Minister is credited with the renaming of Mysore state, according to historians, the usage of the word Karnataka was in vogue some 6 centuries ago. They say all of southern India was united under one banner called Karnataka at that time. They are arguing with empirical evidence that what is referred to as Vijayanagara Empire was actually called as Karnataka Samrajya, with Vijayanagara only being the capital. Though many regions that wanted to be a part of Karnataka could not be, for instance Kasargod, Madakashira, Rayadurga among others, we cannot discard the contribution of these stalwarts that led to the formation of Karnataka, or a state like Karnataka putting together its culture, tradition, language, people and formed one of the most progressive states of the day. Today is a very important celebration and here's us wishing all of you a very happy Kannada Rajyotsava. To make these videos, to make this kind of content, it takes a lot of effort that includes research, editing, writing, music. The only response we would be expecting from you is that you write good things about us in the comment section. That is, if you find this video interesting, like this video and share it with your friends as much as possible so that they understand how the state of Karnataka came into being, how many people contributed to it and what led it to become one of the most progressive states of the day. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to NewsHamster for more such content ahead.